Hey guys, and welcome back to my Pennsylvania series. In this episode, we're going to keep working on the lagoon area, but we're going to focus on the plaza. What I'd like to do is put down several amenity buildings, a couple of different restaurants, shops, maybe a bar or something like that. I also want to put down one of these attraction buildings. I'm going to put down the aquarium because it just fits this section of the park really well. I'll also put down a couple of viewing dome entrance areas, so probably have a viewing dome somewhere in here and maybe one over here. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. But I'm really just going to focus on the entrance piece. So my idea for the plaza is I'm going to make it a kind of like a block. It's just going to be a nice big square, and all the buildings are going to be centralized. I'll probably have the building entrances kind of cornered out on the corners, and then the center pieces will be in the center. I'll have the aquarium one in the middle of everything, and then I'll just have a nice little path that goes all the way around it. I'll mix in some of the little garden techniques that I've done, like over in Main Street and in other areas, these little things. I'll mix those in around the plaza buildings and then kind of go from there. I also want to do a cool little design with the outside of the path. So, most of this area is just going to be all path. So the outside, I want to get a little bit decorative with it. I want to kind of make it this little wavy uh, technique. We'll see how well that plays out, but that's kind of the general idea. Because again, this is a water-themed area, so I'm trying to stick with, water themes. So I think it's going to look good. We'll see how it goes, and I hope you guys enjoy. I will catch you in the next one. Thanks. Hey guys, and welcome back to an extra special commentary section here at the end of this video. I wasn't originally planning this piece, but as I was going through the editing process, I thought this would be a great opportunity to briefly touch on path clipping. So as you saw over the last several minutes, my paths were looking really wild, really crazy. There was all sorts of path clipping going on, but by the end of the video, I was able to clean it all up to have it be much more refined and look exactly like what you're seeing on the screen right now. So I will save the nitty-gritty details for path clipping for a tips and tricks video that I'll do at some point, but let's just briefly touch on the mechanics of what I was doing. So you have your primary paths, which is this gray path, and then you have your secondary paths, which are the orange and white paths, and they are layered underneath the primary path. Now, sometimes a secondary path wants to become a primary path. So if I were to try to replace it, you can see in certain areas like over here, the secondary path is bleeding into the gray path, the primary path, trying to become the primary path. So what I was doing, I knew it was going to do that. So what I was doing is I was making connection points on the gray paths in these various sections, in these various areas, all throughout. And then I would come back and I would delete these paths and then lay them back down just using those connection points, forcing them to be the secondary path. And that's how I was able to get it cleaned up. I hope that kind of makes sense. I hope that clears things up. But like I said, stay tuned for a future tips and tricks video for more details. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks.